Where would you rank or evaluate Cole Eiserman relative to either high-profile goal-scoring wingers to be drafted in recent years like Michkov, Laine, and Caulfield? Well, I take a long pause to take a sip of water so that I don't cough on you guys again. But that's a great question because I think that Cole Eiserman is an elite level goal scorer, and the three players that you mentioned are all elite level goal scorers. I think that Eiserman is comparable to those players. The thing that we have to remember about Patrick Laine is that he did his draft season, and the reason that he did actually challenge Auston Matthews towards the end to be the number one pick was that he produced at a high level at the professional ranks. He was a playoff performer and a world championship performer for Finland, and so that allowed him to really be a high level. Michkov is a very different goal scorer than Cole Eiserman or Cole Caulfield are. I think Eiserman and Caulfield are more similar because they score in a similar way and that they are often a from-distance goal scorer who can beat goalies clean. I think Michkov, the thing that I've always said about Michkov is he's a more cerebral goal scorer. He puts himself into different positions. He's able to create opportunities. He's able to make plays. He gets a lot of goals from in tight at the net because he has quick hands. He gets to the dirty areas, even though he's not a big player. Where I would say that, Laine has continually improved. And the other thing about Laine is he's a giant of a man compared to these other guys who are all below average NHL size. And then that's where, Eiserman fits in. Here's the thing about Cole Eiserman. He's off to an incredible start, an absolute tear. What he did to Boston University a couple weeks ago, 5 points in the game, a hat trick against his future team. It's just not even, it just barely registers, that was possible the way that he completely dominated in that game. The thing that I think is similar to him, Caulfield he's bigger than Caulfield was, and he's bigger than Michkov as well. And he's sturdier. I think that Cole Eiserman is a very strong player. Where he is lacking in terms of why I think it's going to be harder for him to challenge a more complete player like a Macklin Celebrini is that he still needs to work on the defensive elements of his game. He still needs to work on his play off the puck in a significant way. It's not a lack of effort or want to. I think that there just needs to be better execution in that way. What I will say is I think that's happening already this year. I think we're seeing elements of him. He's more aggressive off pucks. He's making plays. He's challenging defenders. He's challenging opposing forwards. He's making good decisions through the neutral zone. There's a lot of things to like about the way that Cole Eiserman is. But where would I evaluate him with those goal scorers? I think he's right there with them. I think that, when we talk about him, he's probably somewhere between those guys and the Bedards and Matthews of the world. And I mean that very seriously. Cole Eiserman shoots the puck in a way that, I think is at that same caliber of shot and accuracy and heaviness and just deceptiveness as the Matthews and the Bedards of the world. And so that's what we're talking about here. Now, if Cole Eiserman goes on and scores 70-plus goals this season and Macklin Celebrini has a 50-point season in college hockey, there might be a bigger discussion about which one should go first. But I still maintain that I think Macklin Celebrini is a little bit more of a complete player now. Now, we're going to continue to watch Cole Eiserman and see how his game improves. But, this is a guy that, I didn't know that coming out of the World Junior Camp, I didn't think he was going to be on the team. Now I'm having a hard time seeing how they leave him off with how devastating the goal scoring has been for him so far this season as he just continues to rack up goal after goal. And, Cole Caulfield had the record of 72 goals in a single NTDP season. That was his draft season. It was one of the most incredible things I've ever seen. As of right now, in 11 games, let me say that again, 11 games, Cole Eiserman has 18 goals in 11 games. 18 goals in 11 games, including 9 alone in 5 USHL games. If he were to play an entire USHL season, he's on, which they don't play. They play that mixed schedule. He's on pace for 101 goals. But 18, it's insane. 18 goals in 11 games. I had kind of joked to Corey Pronman, who, you can hear us sometimes on the Athletic Hockey Show together. And I had joked that, after his World Junior Camp, he's going to have to score 40 to make 40 before Christmas before he makes the team. He might. He might. It's crazy. So remarkable to see. So, yeah, so we're talking about those guys. I think he's in that category and even a cut above based on what we've seen.